you're looking for a really easy way to reinforce this message, you just want to grab the soda cans that you used in the second object lesson and put them to use in the third. Because we're going to talk about neutralizing pressure. What the saints are experiencing right now, especially in Missouri, is intense persecution. There's a lot of pressure building up in that area, and they are feeling it. And it's really similar to what your can probably feels like after being rolled around on the table or on the gym floor. It's going to feel really tight. If you grab those soda cans after you've been playing that game, they'll feel really tight because they're full of bubbles. In fact, if you could look inside this can, if you could see through it, you'd see bubbles along every surface of this metal can on the inside. And the trick to diffusing that tension is flicking it. So we talked about this once in the Old Testament, but the idea is really simple. You're just going to flick it with your fingers from the bottom, working your way up, and you're going to kind of rotate around. If you have younger kids, I found it was easier to use the dull end of a knife so they can kind of tap all the way around the can. And I would talk to them as they're tapping about what the Lord promised the saints in Missouri. It's not that he didn't understand their persecutions. It's not that he didn't see that hard things were happening to them. He saw all those things and said, I'm going to give you an uncommon way to solve your problem. I know you expect a different solution, but let me tell you what will really last, what will actually change the surface of that can on the inside. And for the saints of Missouri, it was to build a temple. He knew that if he could bless them with an endowment of power, it would change them and make them strong to withstand the persecutions that were coming. And it would change their environment. It would make that pressure neutralized. They would have less hostility, less mob violence, less problems if they would build this temple unto him. And that's kind of what you want to teach your kids as they crack it open. After they've had a chance to tap it all the way around and experiment with it, you want to have them pull that tab and see the difference. In fact, if you were outside, you could shake up a can and let somebody open it fully and let it explode, and then compare it to one that you open after tapping all the sides. But hopefully it gives you a chance to talk about what the temple really offers. Those covenants that we make in the temple, as we live them and keep them to the best of our ability, it changes us and it changes our circumstance. Oftentimes, the Lord gives us uncommon solutions to mortal problems. I think what you see with the saints in this week's sections is a really good example of it. And hopefully, as your kids face their own uncommon problems and uncommon solutions from the Lord, they'll think back about that tight can that was in their hands and how doing something that seems like it couldn't possibly work can make a huge difference in the outcome. And the same thing can apply to them.